Let's fix Twitter while Leo's gone because he can't fix it.
What are you talking about with Twitter? Twitter's good. I like the Twitter. I like the new Twitter. Don't you like the new Twitter?
Twitter's trying to fix everything and algorithmate and automate.
Well, now they kind of back down. They didn't say they're doing an algorithm. They're just doing like more of that while you were away, here's what happened stuff. I like that.
Yeah.
Don't you?
The question is, what I'd like to know, it does sound like, though, that it's the more popular ones are going to jump up on the top that I don't understand whether you're going to actually be watching those, if those are actual people you're following, or whether you're going to get tweets that are that are just popular, which is fine. My only question is are they going to tell us which ones are which? Like, is it going to be the first 5 or the most popular, and then it just goes back to a regular feed? I'm really okay with that, as long as it, because I don't mind it trying to figure out that, oh, maybe these are 5, because really, once you start following more than about 100 people, it's kind of mass chaos. You know what I mean? Like, as far as,
too many. I follow 2,456 people.
I do about 500.
That's too many. I'm following 700 people.
And so you're going to miss a lot of stuff. So I kind of get that. I really wish someone would let the user play with that algorithm a little bit. Like, say, when a certain number of people that I'm following like something, show it to me. Or, like it'd be great for us to have some tools to kind of play with that. It'd probably give them a lot of feedback too. I'm sure that it would.
I also want them to quit messing with my live feed. Like, the live feed I want is the live feed. Like, that's Twitter's killer. That's Twitter's secret sauce, is the live internet. Twitter's the live internet.
But I'm saying, if you can have a section that has 5, if they're not messing with it, if they just had, here's 5 things that you missed that are popular, that are right on the top, and then the rest of it's just the live feed. To me, that seems like it'd be fine.
Alex, wait, hold on a second.
I like it. I just want it as its own tab. I want that, like, while you're away, as its own tab.
I agree.
Like, get rid of that dumb moments thing and make the while you're away its own tab. I'll look at that thing all day. I'll probably scroll down and look at all kinds of stuff on there. I just don't want it on my live feed.
Everybody here just said how much they dislike iTunes, right? Twitter is starting to look like iTunes to me, and it needs to get back to looking like Twitter to me. Like, so if I want to see the top 5, they don't have a good track record of doing that. Again, moments is nothing but advertisements. It's not moments, because when I see hashtags blowing up about things going on, it's not what's in my moments.
Like something like,
and then when it comes into moments, it's 2 days late. That's not a moment. That was yesterday.
But
they're not doing it right, and they still show me stuff from 5 hours ago, like underneath my first 5 or 10. So now you want to put it at the top? I don't care. I want live. I came on there to see what I'm talking about. Donald Trump. I want to get in there and start yelling at people. I want to see what everybody's talking about. I don't want to scroll down to the bottom, get back to the midsection, click the moment, and go through the tunnel to get to where I'm supposed to get to. It's too much.
Yes.
But it is true, though, isn't it? And there's nothing like this, that watching the NBA dunking derby or the Republican debate last night, on having Twitter by your side makes that so much more fun, don't you think?
It makes it real. You can't yell at people on Facebook.
I know, and I love Doctor. I will follow. I follow you because I love to see what you're going to say.
I get tweets when I don't tweet about what's going on that's important. People are like, you're not watching the debate. Why aren't you yelling at people? Get on here and start yelling about the debate. And you can have that free-flowing, click into a hashtag, see something that some Russian mom in Ukraine tweeted about it because she's watching it on the internet. Like, it's live. Facebook is just a whole bunch of angry people reacting to stuff that they saw 2 days ago. And I know Twitter's not having a whole user explosion, but I just assume that all the smart people have stayed there, and there's not that many smart people left to sign up.
Well, and I think that, you can also have all these. The great thing about Twitter and with the GOP debates, for instance, yesterday, is we got into a conversation. I wasn't interested in the debate itself, but I was really interested in the fact that the mics were huge. I don't know if you saw how big the mics were, like the size of small acorns.
Size matters.
Yeah, they're in this case they do. They're Shure. I'm pretty sure they're Shure WL-185s, and they're really big. What?
The Democratic debate, they kept peeking out. With those little mics, it was like pop, pop, it kept popping. The mics were so hard.
Well, you can see what they, anyway. So there's a whole bunch of conversations about the mics, and but you can't have that because I don't want to talk about the politics of it on Twitter, especially. I'm just more interested in the technical aspects. So there was comments about the background, comments about the cameras, but that's the thing, is you can do that live. So I mean, the live feed there's something immediate and I think transient. I mean, like the fact that I think that there is a power to Twitter, that it is the live feed and that it will go away quickly. And I think that was,
like
it's one of the things I like about, it's also one of the things I liked about when I started doing Meerkat was the idea that it can't be saved. It's just like it's going to be. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to wander around.
Meerkat.
Yeah.
There's people out there still using it. But the saving part did not make me excited about it.
Yeah, I want Twitter. I mean, Snapchat has kind of existed because Twitter has stumbled, and is not being the live internet, not embracing who it is. Like Twitter is trying to be Facebook, right? With this, and there are good things to what they do, but like I said, put it in its own tab in terms of the while you're away, this non-linear stuff. But also in its business model, right? It's trying to be an advertising space. It's not very good. It doesn't know enough about its users the way Twitter does. Like its value is in live and its value is in its data. Like it has all this live data on sentiment of what's happening. And this is a treasure trove of data for governments, for businesses.
I hear this all the time, but why hasn't somebody bought it? I mean, they're in play, aren't they, because of their low stock price? And 2 weeks ago, we were talking about this, and Calacanis said, in fact, we even heard Mark Andreessen and Silver Lake were looking at it. You've got to think Google has looked at it and turned it down by now. Apple, maybe. I mean, but why hasn't it been? So this is an article from the New Republic. I really liked it. It says, you can't kill Twitter even if it dies. Navneet Alang, and this is the quote that I think is important. Twitter is still the best answer to the question, what's happening in the world right now?
Yes.
And no matter what else, it's that, and will continue to be that, I think, right?
It is the live internet.
It's the live internet.
Last night during the debate, not about politics, but the favorite moment of my life was when Jeb comes on. He's like, Donald Trump has insulted my family. My dad was the greatest, blah, blah, blah. My mother, I was born 63 years ago, and she is the strongest, most powerful woman and then Donald Trump's like, yeah, your mom should be running. And I went to Twitter and it was like, yo, he just said your mom should be. And like thousands of people just like laughing at the same thing. You're in one moment like, yo, he just called out for your mom over you. Like, it's just amazing. You can't have that on anywhere else. Not even Snapchat. You can't go, Snapchat, your mom.
No. Twitter
You
feels like a
there,
conversation.
Like thousands of people in that moment right with you, and you feel so good. Like, it's just amazing.
Even though, I guess technically Snapchat's similar, Twitter feels like a conversation. It feels much more intimate and real and happening right now than any other platform out there. And it's not going to go away.
Because they can't sell Twitter for the same reason earlier when you guys were talking, and I was really quiet because all three of you were on the We Are the World, We Are the Children, and Technology, Saving the Earth. I was real quiet. I didn't say one word. And that's the thing that goes on with the bubble. You guys are so happy, but we also downplay and downtrodden everything. Who wants to buy something when every dude with a laptop is writing, well, Twitter's going to die next week, and I don't understand. And then the speculation comes from Wall Street because they don't know nothing about the internet, and they devalue a company, and all these games get played because in that world, it's either technology is going to save us all or technology is going to destroy us all. And I live on the latter side.
Both are true. No, both are true. Both are true.
I mean, it's just rough.
You can have both. I think both are true.
That's why I let you guys have your moment. I did not take you down. I let all of you enjoy. All three of you spoke.
Oh, come on. Owen Bubble Burster Stone. That's your new name. Owen B.B. Stone.
Hey, I let you have it.
And they're part of the same process.
I'm just saying, Google overfishing, and then tell me how we're going to build all this technology when we don't have any fish in 50 years and the world falls apart.
Hey, if the world falls apart, we'll pay attention to that. But until then, I got Twitter.
I know.
Well, at least we'll know it's happening live.
I think we'll see it on Twitter first.
That's right.
Oh, my God, the world just falling apart. Where? Right here.
Getting a lot of sunburn.
But I think it was cool what you said there, Leo, because it touched on when those guys first built it. I remember, they talked about the fact that, it was their status update. They were inspired to make Twitter by the fact that some of them were just leaving clever status updates in their IM chat. Right?
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what inspired them. And they're like, you know what if we had a service that instead of like us making clever updates
with just each other.
Yeah, we just put them someplace. And then if we all shared them, and they're like, the world's kind of a little bit less lonely place when, you can see what other people are thinking. And of course it evolved from there, but that is the core of the idea. Like, what's happening right now? What are people I'm interested in care about, thinking about things? And that live internet is still the core of what it is. And I think that if they stick to that, if they get back to the fact that they are the live internet and they have this data set that nobody else in the world has, and they can monetize the crap out of that. They can sell it, build tools that help people.
They've never figured out how to do that, and frankly, I hope they don't, because what I just want because it should be anarchic. It should be anarchic. It should not be. Oh, that's what's wrong with Facebook, Google Plus. They're data mining it. Don't data mine it. Just let it be. Let Twitter be Twitter. Let Twitter alone.
The data is huge, though.
You need money, first of all. So stop. People got to.
They got enough money for 412 years.
Listen, nobody has enough money. This is America and it's capitalism. And let me finish my point. Stop talking to me about money. We need more money. Everybody needs more money. You need more money. Leo, stop making any more money for the rest of the year. Send me the rest of all your paychecks.
I'm getting real close to doing that. It's called retirement, Owen J.J. Stone.
Yeah. Listen to me. You threw it on track. I'm saying Twitter also needs to embrace itself. I don't like saying it because I feel weird saying it, but there's a thing that's called Black Twitter, and they generate so many comments and content.
No, it's amazing. It's a whole subculture on Twitter.
And Twitter ignores them. They need to embrace them.
No, they should ignore them, because if they pay attention to them, it'll change it. Black Twitter, we shouldn't even say the words. Just let it be.
Okay, well, letting it be doesn't let people know about it, because white people feel weird.
But if you're black, you know about
Twitter.
it. Actually, it's probably not everybody.
But you say Black Twitter, people go and type in blacktwitter.com. They don't know what you're talking about.
Well, and by the way,
Twitter doesn't.
I'm glad you brought it up, because I can't bring it up. I'm glad you brought it up, but I'm very aware of it. There's an I'll use the code word urban. There's a very much of an urban subculture available on Twitter. I bet there's other subcultures there too that we just don't know about.
Oh yeah,
and more people would love.
There's
to
probably
be a part
gay
of
Twitter, right?
And enjoy it.
There's probably furry Twitter.
Everything Twitter,
right?
You got to promote certain things.
You don't want to shine too much light on that. You want to let it be organically grow.
They won't shine any light on it. It's at the bottom of the ocean, Uncle Leo, with the rest of the non-fish.
Well, and I still think that one of the kind of the original.
Where do I find Black Twitter? Can I Google that?
The hashtag,
I'm sorry,
right?
Go ahead.
No. I was going to say that I think one of the original mistakes that they made, that I think is part of their problem, is that they really catered to stars right at the very beginning.
Yeah, it was stupid.
And so what happened is that people who had organically built. Well, as soon as they had people who had organically built their. I mean, you were in the top 5, number 1.
I was number 1 for 5
1
minutes.
for
I was in the top 100 for like a week.
Yeah.
But the thing is that people had.
Somebody asked me the other day. So Twitter shared some money with you, right after they made. No. Said you put Twitter on the map. No.
And so the thing is, you had a lot of people that had organically built up all of that following, had done all of that stuff, and then they just started promoting all these stars. And I get the thought process, but it definitely stratified it in a way that I don't think that they'll ever fully recover from, where they really could have had, what YouTube did really well, I think, is that while there's big stars on it, it really built up a culture around the little guy. YouTube has a much more of a culture around, the YouTube stars in their world are way bigger than traditional stars. Like when we do online events, and we do a lot of online events, we always tell the people we work with, you're much better off with a YouTube star than a Hollywood star, because they're going to bring people.